Dr. Death, I have some questions for you. How did the plague come to Europe?
Merchants on trade ships.
What causes the plague?
Fleas on rats.
What can you use to prevent it?
You can use a mask with flowers.
That won't work. What causes the plague to spread so quickly?
The rats, and it was crowded and dirty.
What were the effects of the plague to Europe?
1/3 of its population died. Disrupts trade, labor shortages, inflation. People are real good or real bad.
The Renaissance is a time of rebirth. Where did the Renaissance begin?
Well, if you see here, it came from northern Italy.
Why was that a good location?
It had a good trading center.
What were the major ideas of the Renaissance?
It had secularism, humanism, and individualism.
Those sound familiar. Where did those ideas come from originally?
They came from the Greeks and the Romans.
Very nice.
Yes.
The Renaissance has many famous people. Some of today's Ninja Turtles were based on Renaissance artists. Donatello, sculptor. Raphael, painter. Michelangelo, painter and sculptor. Leonardo, painter and scientist.
So, Mr. Leonardo, I got some questions for you. What kind of things did you study?
I studied arts and mechanics and science.
What famous paintings have you done?
I have done the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper.
What art techniques make them unique?
I like to use movement and perspective. Perspective is when the picture looks like it's going back into the distance. Okay. Cowabunga, dude! Check this one out. This is the Last Supper. This one was painted by Leonardo. That's right, dude, but it wasn't me. It was the artist guy. All right, see you later. Bye.
Hey, Michelangelo, I got a few questions for you. What kinds of things did you base your artwork on?
Well, I based my artwork on biblical figures, and I also like to follow the classical figures of the Greeks and the Romans.
What are some of your most and well-known artworks?
Well, I spent the 4 years on my back at the top of the Sistine Chapel painting every single day. I also spent a lot of time carving a beautiful statue of David.
Cowabunga, dude. Check out the Sistine Chapel. I, Michelangelo, spent 4 years on the back of my back painting this thing. That's crazy. At least that guy's got a scaffold.
Who are some of the other Renaissance writers from your time?
Dante. He wrote the Divine Comedy. Cervantes. He wrote the Don Quixote. Machiavelli. He wrote The Prince.
How were you guys able to share some of your ideas with others?
We used a printing press. It was invented by the Gutenberg and expanded literaturely because more people could get their own hands on written stuff.
Martin Luther, what happened to most of the best religious figures?
Black Death killed them trying to help others that had the Black Death.
What things about the Catholic Church ticked you off?
That they had indulgences to pay for forgiveness. The church is corrupt and they care about more time than politics.
What did you do about it?
I wrote 95 theses plus put them on the Wittenberg Cathedral.
How did you share your ideas with others?
By using Gutenberg's printing press.
You made some scientific changes to technology, the study of gods. What are they?
vernacular Bible, salvation by faith, priesthood of believers, less sacraments.
Henry VIII, how is your new church working out?
Good,
Why did you start it?
because I wanted an annulment from my wife, and the Catholic Church would not do it.
Hello, John Calvin. Tell me about your idea of predestination.
That God has your life planned out at birth, and your job is to live up to God's faith in you. Ignatius Loyola, what is your goal for the Catholic Church?
To try to reconvert and spread Catholic ideas.
What is the goal of the Inquisition?
Prevent a rival in Protestantism in Spain, prosecute heretics by using torture, reinforce Roman Catholic teachings, restore stability to Catholic Church.
These are the effects of the Reformation. Power of the Catholic Church weakens, power of the king strengthens. Anti-Semitism starts, and Jews lose power.
There were religious wars in Europe that split up Germany.
Ends Christian religion unity in Europe. Democracy in England. Why is it easier to create a democracy in England? Easy to unify and create borders. What is Parliament? Groups that advise the king is made up of two houses. What is their job? To give the king advice. What two houses make up Parliament? House of Commons and the House of Lords. Who runs Parliament? The Prime Minister, who is chosen by one political party. Why are you thinking about starting a new church? He wants annulment, and the Catholic Church won't give him one. What are you going to call your new church? Anglican Church. What kind of ruler do you plan on being?
The divine right ruler.
What type of things do you agree with Sask Congress over?
Tax and religion.
Why do you agree to the petition of right if you were going to follow it?
I agree to the power so I can have total power.
So, Oliver Cromwell, how did you become Parliament's leader?
I just took over.
What army did you form?
New model army.
Many people say you're a dictator. What do you say to that?
Well, I do like things to go my way. Many say I'm harsh as a king. John Locke, so the Glorious Revolution is a thing?
Yup, it's a thing.
What book did you write?
The two treaties of government.
What natural rights do you think all men should have?
Life, liberty, property.
What if a nation doesn't give people those rights?
They can rebel.
How will Parliament carry out your ideas?
Parliament will run the country, and this will weaken the power of the king.
Peter the Great, you're one of the absolute rulers. What country did you rule?
Russia.
What are you hoping to get from Russia?
A more modern Russia, a window to the west, and a warm water port for trade.
Philip II, tell us about yourself.
I am an absolute ruler from Spain. I was around during the time the Spanish Armada. I fought against Elizabeth I. Who are you?
Ivan the Terrible,
Where did you rule?
in Russia.
What did you do?
Built the Kremlin, which is a government building. I also practiced Russification, which makes people Russians. I was hard because of so many ethnic groups. I also made a new legal system.
Louis, you are also an absolute monarch. How important are you?
Well, I am the state, and France needs me like the earth and needs the sun.
You've got a nice crib. Tell me about it.
Well, this is my palace. It is called Versailles, and it costs a lot of gold, like more gold than you can even imagine.